It was a very exciting argument today, with 4 justices seemed willing to accept the government's position. 3 who were very skeptical. Justice Thomas didn't ask any questions, but his prior writings in Lopez and other cases make it very clear that he will oppose the mandate. All of the case will probably ride on Justice Kennedy. Justice Kennedy's questions were both very skeptical of the government's position, but also slightly skeptical of the challenger's position. Coming out of the oral argument, I think it's fair to say the government has a harder chance to count to 5. It's possible that the court will be split 4-4-1, with Justice Kennedy writing his own reasoning. Twice during oral argument, he said that upholding this law would fundamentally change the relationship between the individual and the state. And so I think that concern will have a greater impact on his decision than his concern that was expressed to the challengers. Both Paul Clement, representing the states, and Mike Carvin, representing the NFIB, did a fabulous job explaining to the justice that there was no limit to the government's power. The attempt by the government to define limits in the healthcare market were illusory, they said. They said that there would be no limit to the government's power if the Supreme Court upheld Obamacare. And the Chief Justice in Scalia and Alito seemed to clearly agree with that line of reasoning. The arguments tomorrow are on whether the great expansion of the Medicaid program is coercive of the states and unconstitutionally coerces them to participate. And more importantly, the all-important severability argument. That is, if the court strikes down either the mandate or the Medicaid provisions, what of the rest of the act can stand? Does the court have to strike it all down, a portion of it down, or just a little tiny bit? And the right answer, of course, is that the court would have to strike down the whole law if it finds any major provision to be unconstitutional.